Beignets for Moody Foodie.
For me.
Yeah, but we're not stopping here.
We're not?
We're getting ready to kick it up a little bit.
We're gonna kick it up a notch.
That's right. Today I'm being challenged by one of my fellow foodies to create a dish. I have no idea what they're gonna ask for, or even if I've heard of it. At the end, they'll give me a score.
Ooh.
My 40-plus year reputation is on the line. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. Well, here's a little toast now that we're finally in the kitchen.
Finally.
I'm with the Moody Foodie, Toni Chapman. How'd you come up with Moody Foodie? I love that.
Yeah, the Moody Foodie, it's because...
Are you moody?
Yeah.
You
when
are?
when I'm hungry, when I haven't eaten, when someone tries to eat my food.
Yeah,
sweet and spicy.
You get very moody.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
But I'm happy today. I'm happy to be cooking with you.
All right, so let me ask you this. What are we gonna be cooking?
All right, so
I have no idea.
Okay, yes. You do everything so well that I was like, why don't we just spice things up? Why don't we just, I felt like you'd be up for
I have
challenge.
no idea. Seriously.
So you mentioned to me earlier that you love tres leche cake. Do you have a favorite dessert?
I like tres leche.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's something I do well, it's a part of my culture, and then I started just thinking about desserts. And I thought about an iconic dessert, a beignet, right? And so then I said to myself, what can we do with a tres leche and a beignet? Like, how do we make them one-star dish? And I thought, if anyone could do it, it would be you, because I was kind of stumped.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. So you want me to make a beignet tres leche?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Let's see what we can do.
Let's do it.
All right. So we have to start with the beignet batter, which I haven't made a sweet beignet batter in a long time. So we need yeast, sugar, flour, of course.
So I actually don't know much about like making beignets. I love to eat them.
Yeah. We need to bloom the yeast, which is to get it active. So we're gonna add 1 package of this. Let's start with a ½ cup of warm water. We wanna have it warm, but you don't want it over 110 degrees.
Okay.
Because you'll actually kill the yeast. Dissolve this. So to that now, we want to add sugar, because we want to dissolve the sugar. So let's start with a ¼ cup of sugar, which is actually feeding the yeast right now.
Got it.
So we need 1 egg, and behind you there's some butter.
Okay.
Maybe a ¼ of a stick.
Now, is the butter usually put in like this, or is it melted?
Well, it's usually melted, but let's just put it in. Let's just see for
let's
kicks.
just see what happens.
Yeah, let's see
There
for
it
kicks.
I'm making it up as we go.
Isn't that the best?
I mean, it looks like it's blending in pretty well.
Well, you know, the thing is this, Moody Foodie. You know, the thing about baking is like it's all done in formulas.
Right.
Where cooking, you're using recipes, right?
Right.
A lot of people don't understand that. So when you're baking, you got to be pretty
precise.
Exactly. But I think this is going to work just fine.
Okay.
So now, time for the flour. Let's start with 2 full cups.
Okay, 2 full cups of flour.
Yep.
Now, when it comes to beignets, do you have a recipe in your head, or are you just winging this right?
Well, I went back to memory.
Okay.
And I'm gonna.
It's impressive.
So the thing is like you can always add, but you can't take away.
You know who used to say that to me?
Who?
My grandmother.
Really?
Always. When she used to make like chicken soup, she was Puerto Rican, she would say, you can add, or her rices, you can add water, you can't take the water out.
Yeah.
You know, so we used to add the water slowly.
Now we're probably gonna need some sort of liquid in here.
Milk?
Well, we could use milk, we could use evaporated milk, which would be, thicker. I think there's some heavy cream in the fridge.
Some heavy cream, okay.
So we should definitely add.
I'm rolling with you.
What was that, about quarter of a cup?
Nah, it was a little bit more than that.
It was?
A little bit more than that.
Well, let's make it a ½ cup, and we'll stop incorporating this.
Now, what texture are we looking for?
Well, we want it like a dough.
Okay.
And because of the yeast, we've got to let it rise. I think it needs...
A little bit more flour?
Yep, I think it needs at least...
A third a cup?
Let's start with that. We'll see what that gives us here.
There it is, it's coming together.
Yeah.
Now, what are we thinking is gonna be next? Like where are we going with this?
Well, we're gonna let this proof.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this in another bowl.
Okay.
Butter the bowl. Transfer this in a little smaller bowl. Cover it, and we're gonna let it proof. I'm gonna do mine in the refrigerator.
Got it.
And how long? It depends really on the humidity. So it could be an hour, it could be 2 hours. It really depends
It really just
on the
depends.
environment, right?
And like you said, with baking, it's a science. So you just
Exactly.
kind of got to look for it. All right.
All right. And while this is proofing, I'm going to get creative on my tre leche.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to see what you got.
All right. In the fridge. Covered proofing.
Covered and proofing.
We have vegetable oil
Okay.
or canola oil set at 360. We're going to keep an eye on the temperature here.
Perfect.
While we're doing that, we're going to creatively do our tre leche.
Okay.
Condensed milk. Important ingredient.
Mandatory. The people may not know, but tres leche means 3 milks. Some people, may not know that, but you can use whichever milks you like, but sweet condensed milk is definitely mandatory.
So that's evaporated milk. And then heavy cream.
Heavy cream.
How much is in that? How much is left?
About half. Half of the half?
Yeah, half of the half.
Half of the half. There it is.
And we'll check it out.
I still can't believe we're making tres leche together.
Well, we're gonna see how this all incorporates here in a second.
It looks good. The sauce looks nice and thick the way it's supposed to.
Well, we're gonna see. So the key is that I want this to be a little thick.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go right on the stove.
That is thick.
I don't think it's thick enough though. So we're gonna go on the stove, medium heat.
You're just gonna let it sit?
We're gonna let it come up, and then we're gonna see the thickness of this.
Okay.
While we're gonna keep an eye on this because it is milk and we don't wanna redecorate the house. You're gonna be the watchdog.
I'll be the one. I can do that.
Yep.
That's the one job I can do well.
All right, so while that's happening,
All right.
so we're gonna take a little flour. If you'll bring out that beignet
All right.
batter.
Oh, wow. It's nearly tripled in size.
It's nice and spongy. What we're gonna slowly do, we can either roll this out with a rolling pin, or we can just be patient with our hands, get the right thickness for the beignet.
Now, how do you know, are you just feeling it?
Yeah.
You
wanna feel it?
Yeah, I want to. Ooh. That feels like
Spongy,
something,
right?
Spongy, but like super soft.
Yep, it should be.
Wow, so this is how it should feel.
You don't really want to mix it anymore. It gets tough. I think we could use a little bit of flour on our pin. We'll just kind of
roll it out.
Roll this out a little bit. I think we want to get it to about maybe 1/4 of an inch. How's that look to you?
That looks beautiful.
I'm gonna just cut like this. I don't really like to waste, so I'm just gonna do beignets about that size there.
Perfect.
So that's 5 beignets right there. How's our sauce doing?
Yeah, I think it needs to go a little bit longer.
So I'm gonna take our cornstarch, which is a thickening agent, just like a roux, except we're not using a roux. We'll add a little cold water to this. This is thickening up right now.
Perfect.
Now, it'll never be at its full thickening power until it comes to a boil.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yep. I want it to like almost beyond coat a spoon.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I see what you mean.
Yeah?
I see where you're going.
Okay.
I see where
You
you're going
sure?
now. Okay, I'll watch it. I'm the watchdog.
All right, you're the watchdog.
All right, now we also got to watch our oil.
You don't want to have the outside cook before the inside, right?
Right. All right, so we got our paper towel line plate. We're ready.
All right, so let's see if the audience is ready now, because we're about ready to fry the beignet. Let's try one. Now, the more we put in here, it'll lower the temperature, right?
Right.
So I'm at 335-ish right now. We're frying, but
It's not quite there yet.
not quite there yet. But the beignet batter looks fantastic.
It really does.
How's our
Beautiful.
sauce? So this is the consistency that we're looking for right here. Now, if I had some white chocolate, I could either add some white chocolate in here, or I could add some white chocolate in the beignets. But speaking of beignets, let's go back to the beignet land here.
Dang, that white chocolate sounds delicious.
Yeah.
You threw that out there, and now I'm like, that's perfect.
So you see how they're frying real nice?
Yeah, they look beautiful.
So let's add another one. Since the oil is not quite 100% ready, we'll just do it in batches like this. It's coming up there.
Yeah, you can tell just by the way it's sizzling.
You want to turn it around just like if we were doing a donut. Stretch it just a little bit,
Okay.
but not overwork it. And then slowly, you're gonna add it in there. There we go. Oh, baby, we're talking beignets.
Those are looking delicious.
We used to have them on the menu in our restaurant in Las Vegas. Kind of like this, actually, but with white chocolate instead of tre leche.
You love that white chocolate.
I do.
gotta try that at home. You guys gotta try that.
Can you imagine? So now we've got the beignets in there.
Now, besides the color, how do you know they're ready? Do they like float to the top?
Well, they start floating,
Okay.
but you really got to make sure that you're turning them well. You see how I'm turning them
Woo!
like that?
Look at that.
Right, that's getting to be the color.
That is beautiful.
What would they say? Tres bueno?
Tres bueno, yes.
So look at this, is like,
That
this
was
is
beautiful.
getting perfect. Get all that oil out of there, and then we'll just, look at that.
I think that I would make these if I was entertaining. I love to have people over.
Well, the smell alone would be incredible, right?
All right, look at those beautiful brown babies.
No.
Look, they look golden like me.
That's right. So now, we're gonna put this together. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here's what I would do for you. Let's see what you think of my tres leche sauce.
Oh, wow. Delicious.
And I would do 1, I'd do 2, do 3.
Wow, I mean, that looks absolutely... I have no words.
So-
all right, so I'm gonna try it, and
All
I'm
right.
gonna rate it. You
All
ready?
right, I'm ready.
I'm a tough critic.
I know you are. That's why you're the moody foodie.
Exactly. You know what?
See, the other thing that you could do is just do
get
this.
Just get right in there.
Just get right in there like that.
Wow. The beignet is light and fluffy. That sauce?
Are you tres leche? You know how I can always tell a good dish is when you want to get another bite of it.
I mean, it's all gone. That sauce is lovely. So normally, tres leche is milk, evaporated milk and sweet condensed milk. But I might have to work the heavy cream into my recipes from now on because I notice a difference.
I think the challenge worked.
The challenge worked. The challenge
You
worked.
stumped me for a little bit.
And I like that. I like the presentation of the sauce being on the bottom because that's traditionally when you cut the cake, the sauce is on. The sauce seeps and soaks out.
Well, my friend, see, now I can call you my friend because we did the beignet tres leche.
Because we cooked
Or
together
tres leche beignet.
and it was successful. Now they say I have to rate this. Yeah. I'm going to give it a, this is tough. I'm gonna give it a 9, and the only reason I didn't give it a 10 was because I don't know if there's gonna be enough for me to take back home to Dad.
Well, what can I say, folks? There you have it. The challenge is sprung. Tres leche
And I
beignet.
thought that I was gonna stump you.
You did. Didn't you see that stump appeal that you put on me?
Now it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I did
In the
catch you
beginning?
sweating bullets a little. I mean, these are delicious. You guys have to try these at home. They were easy, it's simple. The beignets are delicious. You can even eat them. If the sauce runs out, you can still eat them by themselves because they're so good. Beignet tres leche.
The Moody Foodie.
Emeril.
So are you following me on all platforms? Because the answer should be yes, chef.